Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon show. We got a brand new, amazing episode for you today. The Zone of Genius website crashed. I got it restored, but there's so many more lessons learned talking about simplicity. This shirt right here, some insights from the headlines of the day today. Avatar, Fire and Ash grossed over $1 billion globally. Well-deserved. AI tech predictions for 2026. Going to touch on that and more. This is today's Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, by the way, publisher of zoneofgenius.com, a 5-time entrepreneur, 3-time author, sold 3 companies, here to do one thing and one thing in a life. I am unapologetically positive about helping you build a better business, build a great business, or start your first business. So welcome to today's Rundown with Ramon. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're blessed. As we get started, sit back, relax, buckle up, because we have an amazing show for you today. So a few things I'm going to touch on right at the start of today's show, and that's one is the power of simplicity. I bought 3 of these black pullover shirts, and I'm probably going to buy several more because one, they're so comfortable wearing around the house, keeping me warm in this cooler weather. That's one. Number 2, I think they look okay. They look pretty good. I hope they do. I'm going to adjust my camera a bit here. Let's just adjust that camera a little bit. They look okay for what I'm doing. You know, it's a casual shirt, little button there, doesn't look too dressy, but I think it looks pretty good. Now I understand why Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg and others are really about clothing. That's one less thing they don't have to think about. So I have a whole rack of white shirts, would always look good with a good suit. And I have this. I think this is going to be my go-to wear that I'm going to have, especially in winter months. So that's one, the power of simplicity, learning really how amazing and how good that is and why that's so important for you to consider doing in your own business. This doesn't mean it has to be for everyone, but I find the art of simplicity, there's something to that. So that's number 2. Number 3, over the weekend, my website, zoneofgenius.com, our website that gets thousands and thousands of people, it went down. Now, I was alerted to this because one of my email newsletter subscribers, and you can check out zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com/subscribe. Go there. Joe Manna, in fact, who I worked at a previous company, he said, Ramon, I'm opening your email newsletter and love it, which was great to know that people missed it, that somebody missed it, that somebody's opening my email newsletter and it's not for naught, that it meant something to someone. That felt good. And he's like, your links are not working, Ramon. What's up? So I went to my site and realized my whole website had come crashing down to a halt, had come crashing down. And I was like, wow, what happened? Lo and behold, one of my team members had inadvertently done some things in the website and crashed it and brought it down. Now, that's a whole lesson learned itself. And I was really angry and upset. And ironically, or maybe not ironically, I wasn't angry and upset at them. I was upset at myself because I allowed it to happen. I had given them free rein and said, go for it. I'm thinking everybody's going to be as judicious and careful and cautious and as I am, but I have to realize I have 20 plus years experience in digital marketing and websites and WordPress and more. And I know a lot of things about a lot of things. And everybody doesn't, even though they may be the expert in this particular thing. I have a general knowledge of a lot of things, more experience. But the nugget of the day, I got my website back and working in seconds because I back up my website. And if you're not backing up your website, not backing up your financial data, not backing up your customer data, not backing up your e-commerce store, all the things that are important to you, not so good. So I encourage you to make sure you back up your data. So even though the site crashed, I use a online backup service and went there, clicked the button, and it restored my site within an hour or less. So nugget of the day for you, back up, back up, back up. And hey, Ayanna, the musical web, glad you're here today. Indeed, a happy new year to you as well. So those are some lessons I've learned over the past few weeks. Just came back from Budapest visiting my son. And that was great to be in Europe overseas with him and more as we expand. My daughter, as I said many times, had a child in August. My son is now expecting, him and his wife expecting a child as well. So amazing. Family is growing and more. And this is what life is about. So let me get to some headlines today. And then I'm going to jump into the main nugget of our discussion today, which is about how can you expect different results if you continue to do the same thing. So ding, 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 ding. Avatar, Fire and Ash grossed over $1 billion globally. I'm getting to a point of what that means to you. James Cameron's mega budget sci-fi fantasy Avatar, Fire and Ash claimed the #1 spot for the third consecutive weekend at the domestic box office, pushing its gross to more than $1 billion globally, Variety reports. International audiences have largely fueled its success, contributing $771.1 million in ticket sales globally, according to the Associated Press. It's the third Avatar film to reach the major milestone, though notably slower than its prior installments, and the third animated Disney movie of 2025 to cross the billion-dollar benchmark. Good for them. So what does this mean? You may not do something, Glenn Lundy, good morning, good morning, good morning, glad you're here, that reaches $1 billion in gross revenue and ticket sales. But you don't have to do that. When I look at what I'm building here at zoneofgenius.com, we are growing. And it's amazing to see where we're growing. And I'm looking at the stats, is that it's not so much on one platform. The content we're producing is distributed across LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, where else? Different Facebook platform is syndicated. And so the seeds of Zone of Genius, the seeds that Ramon's building, are increasing and across platforms, including our email newsletter. I got calls at brand scheduled this week and next week and more. So my point being, I don't think Ramon's going to build $1 billion business. It's not what I want to do. Being $1 billion business requires a different mindset, a different amount of time, a different structure. But for me, man, if I can build a $1, $2, $3 million business, which is within easy reach, we'll probably hit that at the end of this year, maybe next year, I'm good. So when I look at the lessons of Avatar, they built an amazing experience. They built something amazing and built on it and built on it and built on it. And that's what you're going to see me doing. That's what I encourage you to do in the coming year. We have our office hours with Ramon. We have clients we're serving, and it's growing. We have Genius Talks New York City, Genius Talks other cities that will be launching. That's growing. And my question for you today is, which way do you want to grow? How do you want to grow? How do you want to make an impact in what you're doing? Hey, Karen, glad you're here today. Welcome. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here, Karen. A long time follower, listener of Ramon Ray. Karen, always glad to have you showing up. So my point being here today, when you look at Avatar, yes, that $1 billion valuation or gross ticket sales, good for them. But I'm looking at them because I'm saying, yes, how can I learn from them? And what they're doing is creating a great experience. They did Avatar 1. They invested so much into the animation and the realism of it. And they did it again and again and again, rinse and repeat. That's what I'm going to do. That's what you should be doing as well. Ding, 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 ding. Next up, AI tech predictions for 2026. As AI technology evolves in 2026, the emphasis will likely shift from scaling large models to deploying smaller, specialized models and world models that enhance human workflows, TechCrunch reports. Some experts predict a rise in agentic workflows supported by new protocols that connect AI to real systems. This transition is expected to create new job roles in AI governance and safety, while physical AI applications, including wearables and robotics, are poised to gain traction in the market. Let's look at that again. We'll shift from large models to deploying smaller, specialized models. For example, there's going to be not just a general AI for AI, but AI specifically for hotel customer service. Dive in deep in that. AI already is in the medical industry, for the medical industry, but maybe AI specifically that knows everything about heart surgery. What does this mean for you? We're at the beginning stages of AI and what it can do for us. We don't know what the future will hold. But let me tell you just a small little way I'm using AI. I'm using it, and it's getting smarter and smarter. I'm storing projects. I'm storing systems. I'm storing folders in ChatGPT. You could use Copilot, use Gemini, whatever your preference is. But it'll begin to know more about you. I'm putting my weight in there. I'm putting my exercise routines in there so I can ask it questions and follow-up questions, and it can help me. This is the power of AI, and this is just simply, we're just hitting the tip of the iceberg. I'm not doing any fancy things with it. I'm not using any AI avatars or voice changes and all those kind of things. I'm just using it to be more intelligent. I use it in my podcast, taking a podcast, hitting one button, and how can it maximize me? So this is what you can see done in your business as well. LaShawn, glad to have you here on the Rundown with Ramon show. What a beautiful, blessed, happy New Year it is. LaShawn, thanks for being here. And Karen, you're right. 17 degrees in Dutchess County, New York. That is indeed getting cold. Ding, 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 ding. So let me dive into the main thrust of what I wanted to bring about today. We talked about today, my website went down, but thankfully I had a backup. Talked about today, one of my team members brought the whole website down inadvertently, but I told her, listen, do you want another chance to get it right? And she said, yes. But I'm not upset at her. I was upset at myself because I trusted her to do that. And I should have given her more direction, more explanation, and should have vetted her a bit more had she done the work. And I forget, I know a lot about a lot of things, and I assume others do too. And that was where I made the mistake. But she's a good person, a good soul. I trust her. So I said, let's try it again. So here's the nugget I want to share today. The main headline of the day today. Are you doing the same thing expecting a different result? Are you doing the same thing expecting a different result? Let's touch on that today and hone in on that. Number one, you have to be willing to take some measure of risk. If you're not willing to take some measure of risk, how are you going to progress? I don't know anything good that has happened, anything amazing that has happened, if there wasn't some measure of risk. I just heard about Michael Phelps. I was hearing an interview with that somebody talked about him, and he practiced for 7 years, 2 times a day, every single day for 7 years, and he's a #1 world swimmer. And all the accolades that come with that. It had to take some risk. What risk are you willing to take? And I would say reasonable risk. I'm not saying you should forsake your family or friends or your life, maybe your friends, but not your life. But what reasonable risk are you willing to take to get to the next level and where you want to be? What are you willing to do? Next thing we're talking about, getting beyond where we're at today, going ahead, not doing the same thing, expecting a different result, is, are you measuring the results? Are you measuring what's happening? That's something I've struggled with in my own business, but I'm doing it better and better. I have right in my tab right there, it's called Ops for Operations and Metrics, a tab that measures the different metrics of the Ramon Ray Inc. empire, as it were. Our office hours with Ramon's as we serve our clients. The Genius Talks NYC as we get into doing in-person events more, serving entrepreneurs. When I look at the website traffic and more, the more vanity metrics, but those things are important. When I measure how many people are coming to our free training, which leads to our paid programming, those are things I'm looking at, measuring the results. Asking yourself this, are you even measuring the right things? This is important to understand as well. Asking yourself this, what levers now can you adjust? When I look at, for example, we're doing paid advertising, driving traffic to our free training program. Do I need to make the website better? Do I need to make the landing page better? Do I need to have better imagery and copy? Do I need to have the advertisements better? Do I need to have the copy in the ads better? Many levers I can adjust to get a better result, but it takes time and experimentation to figure that out. And then asking yourself this important question, why even do you want to change? Why do you want to change? I know the fire burning in me. I've hustled and powered my way to feed my family for the past 30 years, and I'm blessed and proud of that. We've been all over the world, taking them to some amazing experiences. We've been on cruises and hotels, and my children have been around the world. I'm happy for that. But now I want to build recurring revenue. I want to build more revenue so I can help other members of my family, help other members of my community. And that vehicle through which I do that is my business. So I'm being more focused, more dialed in on my time, more dialed in on what can I add value to for my own business or other partnerships and grow together. So this comes to the last question is, do you even need to change? Do you need to change? This is the question we have to ask ourselves, because if you don't feel you need to change, then you're not going to have the motivation to get the result you need to get. Do you need to change? And for sure, I need to change. I need to do things to be a better husband, for sure. Be a better father, even though my children are adults and my children are having children. So it's a different phase of life it's in. But I need to change and be a better human overall. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. This episode brought to you by our friends at Bitdefender, reminding you to keep your small business secure. Go to bitdefender.com/Ramon. Do that today, by the way. Go to bitdefender.com/Ramon. My website crashed. My website went down. Now, this was not a security issue, but I want you to make sure you're building something for your business. You're building something for your family, building something for your community. Is it secure? Go to bitdefender.com/Ramon and make sure that you sign up and check that out. Listen, if you have a question for me, I want you to ask that question before we close the show. Ask that question if you have it. I'll answer the question live. I love it. Ayanna's saying, yes, Ayanna uses AI for customer service. Love it, love it, love it. Check out Ayanna, what she's doing at the Musical Web. Karen says we need to track and measure, agrees with that for sure. And I encourage you, this year I'm doing quite a bit of things, growing in many amazing ways. So definitely want to check me out in Chicago at creativecon.com with an 8. Check me out there in February. I'll be in Christina Howard's Youth Leadership Conference, IYMS.world, IYMS.world. Excited to be with John Maxwell at the Scale with Stability Summit. So you want to check that out as well, Scale with Stability Summit. Say hi to me on their page. Check out Scale with Stability. You can follow JC Height and his wife and family and the whole team, what they're building there. And again, our friends Alexandra Nicole, Elevate Your Growth, EYG Events. Check out their page and let them know Ramon sent you there. And my friend Iana, love seeing her build her business, all part of the Musical Web. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. And if you've been looking for mentorship or coaching or help for your business, and you're like, man, I wonder, can Ramon help me? Well, yes, he can. Check me out at Office Hours with Ramon at RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com, a brand new program of mentorship and coaching and connectivity that we are building. We already have clients signing up for Ramon Ray to help you in your business, the expert in personal branding. And I published 5 books in social media marketing and going on live and video and podcasting, producing content and more to build a better business, to build a bigger business, to get more attention to your brand. Let me coach your business and help you get to the next level with Office Hours with Ramon at RamonOfficeHours.com. Again, that's RamonOfficeHours.com. Glad you're here today. This has been a brand new episode of The Rundown with Ramon. I'll be back in about 11 seconds. If you got a question for me, put it in the chat, whichever platform you're watching this on, and I'll answer your question now. Soon, we're going to probably do some giveaways or something. I got to figure out how to do that and align with the team on that. But I invite you to check me out at RamonRay.com. Check me out at zoneofgenius.com. Actually, it's a better place. And sign up for that. I'll be back in a few seconds. Look forward to see if we have any questions coming up on the Rundown with Ramon. And if not, this has been a great, great show. And I'm glad you're here. All right. With that, brand new episode of The Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today. Be blessed, be amazing, and be well, and wishing you all the best in this coming year. Whether you're hearing this in January, in April, in June, in 2026, or 2027, it does not matter. I encourage you to make an impact and change the world for the better. We need you to make the world a better place. Malika Starr, glad you're here. Thanks for joining us here. Malika Starr is doing amazing things, and I can't wait to see how you soar and grow in 2026, Malika, and how I can add value to your world. Again, we go live at 7:30 a.m. every single morning. We try our best if I'm not here, usually because I'm traveling or more. And whether you're watching this live or you're watching this on demand, it's all good. And we have this in our podcast as well. We have this on YouTube, on LinkedIn, or across a number of platforms, which is growing. And don't want you to miss out. If you don't want to miss out, the best way to do this, I want to remind you, the best way to do it, if you don't want to miss out, is just subscribe. Go to zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com, and subscribe. That's the best way to not miss out on all the amazing content that we have at zoneofgenius.com. Be blessed, be well, and